Hi.
Hi.
Right?
Yep.
How you doing, man? It's Cousins. You remember me from last time?
Yep.
Did you get a new license by chance?
I sure did.
Do you happen
to see me driving?
Well, your car's on, right?
Yeah.
It's physical control of a vehicle. It means car's on.
I think that might be for a DUI.
Well, it still says the same thing for having your driver's license, but that's okay. So, do you have it out of Washington, or?
Nope. I got an Idaho driver's license.
Did you?
Yeah.
Sweet, man. When'd you get that one?
Right after that whole incident.
Gotcha.
Shortly.
Pulse holes on 24. Okay. Can you check the status of first and last driver's license out of Idaho?
Might be a detained?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
Can you check first of last of references information out of Idaho? That's good about getting a new driver's license, huh?
Yeah.
You said that's out of Idaho?
Yeah, I didn't like driving and not knowing I didn't have a license. So.
Yeah, man. Did you get your other stuff fixed?
Yeah, I got better places. Find out that when Idaho did that, they weren't actually supposed to.
Oh, gotcha. Cool, man. Did you ever contact the Washington State DMV reference the surrendered bit?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Good.
They Idaho wasn't supposed to do that. They should have just actually ordered that from Washington.
Copy. Okay.
But anyways, I got my contact in, so.
Huh?
I said, anyways, I got my contact in now, so I'm taking off.
Okay, well, you're not free to go at this time. I gotta ask you some other quick questions. You want to step out of the car for me, man?
Am I being detained or I'm not?
You are detained now.
Okay.
So you want to step out of the car for me, please?
For what reason?
Because I have the authority to have you step out of the car so I can talk to you back to mine. I can give you the court case number if you'd like.
What do we need to talk about?
Well, I have to talk about reference what you're doing up here, because the whole reason you were up here last time was because you were following somebody around the area. Okay. So why are you up here again?
Coming up here to take pictures of the supposed turn that I made on North Alfalfa Loop.
Okay, well this is not the supposed area in which you took a turn on.
I'm heading there. My contact needed taken care of.
Okay. Well, at this point in time, I'm asking you to step out of the vehicle, because I'm going to come chit-chat with you by my car. If you decide that you don't want to do that, that's up to you, and we're going to go that direction. Huh?
So I have a choice then?
No. Get out of the car.
Okay, so I don't have a choice.
Yep, you don't have a choice. Get out of the car.
Okay.
His phone, probably. That's fine. I don't care if it records me. You can record me, but you got anything on that's gonna poke you, stab me, hurt you?
Nope.
Mind if I pat you down for any weapons?
Do.
You do mind? Okay, keep your hands out of your pockets, then I don't have to do that. Okay, let's go over a step in my car real quick. Right there on the bumper's fine. And turn and face me, man, so I can ask you some questions. Okay, just leave your hands out of your pockets, alright? You can record me, I don't care, but keep your hands out of your pockets, alright? Okay, I'm gonna ask you some questions, okay? You're not free to go at this time, so I'm gonna read you something, alright? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have the right to remain silent. These say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, want to be appointed to represent you for any questioning if you wish. Do you understand those rights?
Yeah.
Okay, having those rights in mind, you wish to give those rights up and speak with me reference what you're doing up here.
I thought I already let you know that.
Yeah, I'm asking you the questions. It's a yes or no. Reference what we're up here, what you're up here for, because I have some follow-up questions. So you want to give those rights up and speak with me while you're up here or no?
I will for now, yes.
Okay, so is that a yes?
I can revoke it later, right?
Yeah, I don't care. You can revoke your rights later. Okay, so what are you doing up here then?
taking pictures of North Alfalfa Loop to see if it actually changes from westbound to northbound, or if it's north all the way around.
Okay, so were you just taking pictures like, do you know where North Alfalfa Loop is?
I know it's, if I follow this road, I'm going to run into it.
Okay.
Not really specifically for sure, but I know.
Sure, because the roads can kind of run together, yeah. So is this the first time you showed up here earlier tonight? Or is this the first time you've been here tonight, I guess is the question?
Here, yeah.
Okay, were you up here before?
When I got my ticket.
Oh, so you weren't up here tonight at all? Besides this
Here?
moment here? Yeah, well, this area.
Yeah, I was up here earlier.
Oh, okay.
At Alfalfa Loop.
This is Alfalfa Loop, that's my question.
And yes.
Okay, so why were you up here earlier then, and then now you're up here now?
Because I was taking pictures of the road, and now I need to go back and see if the road sign is actually North Alfalfa Loop like it shows on the maps, all the way around, every north, south, east, and west, or if it's like North Alfalfa and then south on Alfalfa.
Okay.
On Google Maps it shows just North Alfalfa all the way, the whole circle around.
Okay. So
But
when you were
Google
here,
Maps is
sure. So when you were here earlier, what were you doing then?
driving around taking pictures.
Okay, were you taking pictures of the road?
I was taking pictures of anything I wanted to.
Okay.
Public.
So the reason I'm asking is because somebody called earlier reference a vehicle being up here taking pictures of houses. Was that you by chance?
It possibly could be. Was there a crime committed?
Well, I'm just asking a question.
Okay, what's the reasonable articulate suspicion that there's a crime that you're investigating?
I don't need that. I'm asking you questions reference
Just
that.
detain me and pull me out of the car just to talk?
Yeah, about these things, yeah. So anyway, I'll tell you, it's fine. So the people referenced that called you in earlier had some concerns because they didn't know where the car was from. Okay, they walked outside. You said you were working. Did you say you worked for somebody?
Nope.
Okay, so did you contact somebody they referenced earlier? Taking pictures? Like,
Yeah, somebody asked me to take pictures, and I said because I can't, it's on Google Maps.
okay. And so you did talk to somebody earlier then.
Right?
Okay. So here's my problem. So, like you hear earlier, you take pictures of random houses, and what does taking pictures of random houses have to do with taking pictures of the road? Reference
Doesn't
the
necessarily
turn.
have anything to do with it.
Okay, do you understand why that would be weird to somebody? Do you understand why that would be weird to us? The fact that you were originally here getting contacted for the whole original thing was it looked like you were calling somebody from the police department up here.
Sure, I could see that, why you would think that.
Okay, so, and then isn't it weird again that you've been trespassed from the police department because you continue to go there, reference that issue? Okay, and then you're back up in the neighborhood.
An illegal trespass.
Okay, that wasn't, okay, that's fine. I'm not talking about that right now. So I'm saying you had an issue with that, and now you're back up in the same neighborhood, reference the original issue, and you've been here twice today. Do you not think that's weird and odd?
Well, I haven't been here twice today, so.
You just said that. You're here now, and then you were here earlier having a conversation with somebody else when you were taking pictures of the house. You said you were here twice today. I asked you, okay, did you not talk to somebody earlier today? Reference you saying you for Google Maps, right? You just told me that.
I don't want to answer any more questions.
Okay, well, go ahead and put your hands behind your back, then. You can put that stuff down. I'm not going to detain you at this point in time.
And what's the crime?
Yeah, so basically, we're going to go ahead and look up stalking, because that's what I think you're doing up here, man. Because I don't believe you. You?
No.
Okay, back up a little bit for me, please. Spread your feet, please. All the way out. Thank you.
So are you searching me or patting weapons or?
Yeah, I'm detaining you to go sit in my car, so that's why you're getting patted down and searched, man. Well, it's the same kind of thing.
There's a little bit of a difference, but okay.
Okay, well, if you want to articulate why that's a difference, you can feel free to go ahead and do that.
Well, one's on the outside of your clothes to check for weapons for safety reasons.
Uh-huh.
One's when you're removing things from my pocket.
Uh-huh. So one's a pat down and one's a search, yeah?
I believe so.
Okay. Alrighty, man. Let's walk over to my car over here.
Alright, can we put that stuff out of the rain there?
Absolutely.
Yep, thank you. Alright, thank you.
Don't fall. I don't want you to slip and fall. I got you. I got you.
Muddy puddle there.
I know. I got you. Sorry about that. Go ahead and spin and have a seat real quick. Tuck your feet in. Thanks for taking your boots off. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Look at me real quick. I'm just going to move your hat real fast and I'll put it back on your head. Okay?
Detained?
Well, detained, but I'm going to look it up. I think I got him for stalking.
First, second, third degree?
Second. Yo!
We got Sarge on the line for you.
Which one?
Marshall. Just to try to make sure we're good on this.
Hey, Sarge. Sorry to bother you so early. So he was up here earlier. I don't know if you saw my email or not yet. Okay, so somebody called him in earlier. They couldn't identify him, but they had described the car that was very similar to his and described him in a way. It was very dissimilar to him. So he was up in the neighborhood parked at Bunchgrass and Alfalfa Loop. So I come up here. He gets confronted by one of the homeowners of residents up here, and he takes off. I can't find him, so I have comms check the boss camera, and he drove through at about 8 o'clock today, or on January 2nd. So, and then he's been up here in the area since about 9. He was taking pictures of houses, is what he told them, for Google Maps. And then we've been checking this thing every hour. I added the prowl check back, and then I just happened to find him parked up here at the end of Alfalfa Loop, like on the far east side. And so he says he was just up here because he's taking pictures of the street that he got his turn on, but this is not the street in which he had his turn on. He's on the completely opposite side, because it was on the west side that I stopped him, and he's on the complete opposite side. And then he says, well, I'm just sitting here because I had to put my contact in, and I'm just taking pictures of the road because I was trying to get the road figured out, so when I go to court. That's what he told me. But I didn't cite him on, I didn't give him a citation reference attorney. I gave him a warning on that. The only citation he ever got was for an invalid driver's license. So I pulled him out to chit chat with him, reference the suspicious thing earlier, and then talking to him after his rights, he's like, well, yeah, it was me driving around earlier, and I was taking pictures of houses because I can. And I can take pictures of roads. So. Right. Yeah, so I was going to hook him for stalking second degree and take him in.
Hey, firm, sorry, I've been on
Will you turn my back cam on?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he said he was taking pictures, yet he didn't have any of his cameras on. He said he was taking pictures of the road, and he was here earlier, but there was no, like, pictures of like anything, like his cameras are off, and he's not in the area in which he was even stopped remotely. He was on the opposite side of it, and then he was here earlier, took off, and then has never left the area since. So I mean, if you're telling me I don't have stalking, that's fine, but so I can unhook him and let him go. But that's the only thing I can think of that would fit in terms of charging. Because I went back up to their residence, and their truck, today was the first day that they had that vehicle in front of their house, and he happens to be in the area exactly by that residence. And so it scares them enough that I had to help escort them down and drop the truck off back at the PD. So that ECO's vehicle was back down at the police department because he was parked 30 feet-ish. So... Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah, if you want me to call him, I will. I can do that. Okay, sounds good. Bye. Call LT. Ask him.
Okay. I was just trying to get the joke out of the middle.
That's fine.
Right. I read the code off too, word for word, hoping just to say yeah, it's good, but couldn't see
He says he's personally not comfortable. I don't know how it doesn't fit, but so do I.
It does bring up a good point though, that if we are going for charges, we gotta make sure that the truck can just stick.
Hey LT, sorry to bother you. Do you need a minute to wake up before I start chit-chatting with you, or do you want me to just send it? Okay, so I sent an email out. We got a call earlier referenced possibly being in the area of Alfalfa Loop. So they didn't know it was somebody not related to our ECO. But I went up here, the description they gave of the vehicle, the description they gave of the person led me to believe that that was him. I had comms check the boss cameras and discovered that his vehicle did go through the boss cameras last night, like an hour before he was in the neighborhood of Alfalfa Loop. About 8 o'clock he went through the Celtice ball camera. So I sent a big email out, reference it, and then I put the prowl check back on. So I'm coming up here and check him around, and I see his vehicle up here again. He is on the opposite side of Alfalfa Loop where I stopped him at. So he's on the east side of Alfalfa Loop. He was parked there. He says, he does have a valid Idaho driver's license now. So I didn't get out of the car, and then I read him his rights, and basically was like, what happened? So he says that he was just in the area taking pictures, referenced the ticket that he got from me previously, and he didn't get a ticket from me regarding the turn. He got a ticket for his invalid license, and he's on the opposite side of where that incident occurred. He said he was exploring the roads and trying to see on Google Maps. So I asked him, well, how many times have you been here tonight? And he goes, well, this is the first time. I said, okay, so were you not out here chit-chatting with somebody else today? And through just talking to him, he said, well, yeah, I was out here earlier. So he admitted that he was up here earlier, right around 9 o'clock-ish, till about 9:50. Driving around the area, and he was taking pictures of residences and everything else. He says for Google Maps, because he was trying to take pictures of, you know, that, and he said he's free to take pictures of residences. And that he was up here again just because he's trying to, like, take pictures of the road that he got stopped on by me. However, he is on the opposite side. So I called Sergeant or we called Sergeant Marshall. Marshall said he is uncomfortable. I was going to hook him for stalking, 2nd degree. And so this, so reference earlier, I had the ECO, like it scared them enough that they moved their truck or their vehicle back to the police department. And the juvenile, one of the juveniles at the residence, so let me back up. My original RP referenced this whole other call, said he heard loud music blaring. And then one of the juveniles for the ECO heard loud music blaring as well in front of their residence previously tonight. So he's been back up here twice tonight. And he says it's for these reasons. And I don't believe him. Marshall is not comfortable in charging him with stalking 2nd degree, but he said to call you and ask your opinion. He said if we're going to send it, he just wants to make sure that our ducks are all in a row. So, not that I'm aware of, and I doubt he'll tell me yes or no either way. But he was parked at Bunchgrass and Alfalfa, which is about 50 feet from the ECO's residence. And that was earlier tonight, originally. And now I found him in the same area again, parked down the way. So I've got him detained at this point in time, but I don't, whatever you guys want me to do. Take him for the stalking 2nd? Okay, I'll do that. Alright, do you want me to have his vehicle towed to the PD or impound it? Okay, sounds good.
Ask him about seizing the phone.
Also,
Camera.
what about seizing his phone and his camera?
As evidence.
As evidence, reference him taking alleged pictures of stuff. Because my concern is if he's taking pictures of the ECO's residence, if that's legit or not, or either way it might be legit, so. Okay, sounds good. Alright, bye.
He's good with it?
Yeah, and we're going to seize the phone and the camera.
Oh, perfect. It's in the bag right there.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure we were good on that.
Yeah, and then we're going to impound this.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah, do that. Let me chit chat with my friend here.
What's going on?
I'll talk to you in just 1 second, man.
Are you going through my camera?
Nope, turning it off.
Good.
Here we go.
I copy for SD. I didn't
Alright, man, you're under arrest, okay, for stalking in the 2nd degree. I'm also going to be seizing your phone and your camera. Okay? You have any questions regarding those charges, sir?
Yeah, what is stalking? What's the statute on stalking? I don't even...
Sure, I can read that to you when I get in the car here, okay? But that's what you're being charged with currently. Your car's going to get impounded, and I'm going to make sure that I give you a receipt reference your camera and your phone, okay? Do you have anything else on you that I missed, anything like that? Because if it goes into the jail and you got something like that, they can charge you with the felony.
No, nothing like that. Just my keys and my whatever.
No, I know, but anything I missed is basically, I'm trying to give you the chance.
I don't have no hidden anything on me.
Cool, man.
So, this is crazy, cousins.
Yeah. Let me pull that thing up, and then I'll read it to you. Hold on. Yes, sir.
This feels like I don't know, like retaliation or something. They tried to serve me that supposed trespass and other statutes don't exist. contact the city administrator. They said they never served me that and needs to be dealt with the sergeant. I'm trying to come down here and take pictures so I can be ready for court on the 14th for my ticket, and you guys say I'm stalking.
Reference the what ticket are you talking about?
Well, the license one.
Oh, okay.
That started with the blinker issue. I'm telling you, I ain't trying to stalk anybody.
All right, I'm gonna read the stalking statute to you, okay? A person commits the crime of stalking in the second degree if the person knowingly and maliciously engages in a course of conduct that seriously alarms, annoys, or harasses the victim and is such as would cause a reasonable person substantial emotional distress, or engages in a course of conduct such as would cause a reasonable person to be in fear of death or physical injury, or in fear of death or physical injury of a family or household member. It also talks about, as in this subsection. Anything for me?
No.
Okay.
But, so, course of conduct means...
Yeah, I'll read it to you. Hold on. Course of conduct means separate or repeated acts of non-consensual contact involving the victim or a family or household member of the victim, provided, however, that constitutional...
Sorry, can you start that beginning again?
Sure. So, this is just... Keep in mind, this is a whole list of things,
Right, okay.
so they're not always going to be relevant to you, and it's not an all or nothing type of thing, okay?
Right.
So it says course of conduct means repeated acts of non-consensual contact.
Repeated acts.
Yep, of non-consensual contact involving the victim or a family or household member of the victim, provided, however, that constitutionally protected activity is not included within the means of definition.
Oh, so like taking pictures.
This is not the same thing as I'm talking about. Like I said, it's not an all or nothing type of thing, okay? So then it talks about family or household member, which what that means, that's
So
not...
who did I have multiple contact with?
That's not a hold on, I'm not finished reading it. Let me read all of it, and then I can try to answer your questions, okay? The family or household member is not relevant to this situation, so I'm going to skip that, okay? And it says... non-consensual contact means any contact with the victim that is initiated or continued without the victim's consent, that is beyond the scope of consent provided by the victim, or that is in disregard of the victim's expressed desire that the contact be avoided or discontinued. Non-consensual contact includes, but is not limited to, following the victim or maintaining surveillance, including by electronic means, on the victim, contacting the victim in a public place or on private property, appearing at the workplace or residence of the victim, entering onto or remaining on property owned, leased, or occupied by the victim, contacting the victim by telephone or causing the victim's telephone to ring repeatedly or continuously regarding or whether a conversation ensues, sending mail or electronic communication to the victim, or placing an object on or delivering an object to property owned, leased, or occupied by the victim. Victim means a person who is the target of the course of conduct. Okay? Stalking in the secondary is punishable by imprisonment in the county jail for not more than 1 year, or by a fine of not more than $1,000, or by both such fine and imprisonment. So
okay, so out of all those things,
hold on. I've read you the thing. You said you did not want to talk to me anymore. You said you don't want to answer any more questions. Therefore, you have invoked your rights.
So can you tell me what of those things on that list that I've done?
So that can be articulated in the report later. But basically, your course of conduct that you've been participating in is causing serious alarm, concern for the victim.
One sentence. It doesn't have nothing else out of that statute that applies.
Nope, there's more things in that statute that applies, but this is neither the time nor the place that I'm going to go through all that stuff.
Oh my goodness. This is so crazy. Oh man. I missed one stupid picture. I needed to see if it says north all the way or not, and then this happens. I'm heading to my parents' house in Spokane to go make beef jerky with my dad today. Just started a new job. Well, it was my Friday today, or yesterday. I'm not trying to stalk nobody. I don't know who thought I followed them over here. All I know is I got a ticket for not using my blinker, and then find out my license is invalid.
Well, I never gave you a ticket for not using your blinker. I gave you a warning.
Yeah, and then the ticket.
I'll enter out the PSP with that mail.
License is invalid. Idaho.
459.
So what? Am I able to call my family and bail out, or what?
Sure, once we get to the jail and we get that stuff situated, sure.
Are you? I mean, okay, are you guys just trying to come after me because whoever called in that night when you pulled me over, or what? I mean, honestly, I'm not out here going on anybody's property.
Like I said, you've invoked your rights. The conversation reference, everything is kind of done now. We'll take it up in court, man. We will take it up in court.
They already tried to do a trespass with some statute that don't even exist in Idaho. And in the appeals form for the city administrator, I contact them in writing like it says. They say they don't have nothing to do with it. Gather this one. So what, when you impound means I gotta pay for it to get towed, or what?
It's going to be impounded and it's going to be put in the. I will find out who's towing it, but you got to pay to have it taken out of impound, basically.
Pretty much honestly because I didn't want to talk anymore.
Nope, didn't say that at all. I'm just answering your question, reference your tow. But I can't leave it there, so.
Earlier when we were talking out from the car.
Yep, and you were you did not invoke your rights at that time. We were free to talk about everything. You've since invoked your rights.
That's why though, like, I'm not trying to be a dick to you guys or nothing. I'm just basically practicing, exercising my rights. You know, of not answering questions. You know, if they're really a crime and why am I detained? Because you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be a dickhead or any of that. It's
Yep,
just,
that's why I read you the code that I read you. That way you can kind of be aware of what's going on.
I mean, yeah, I appreciate you reading that, but I don't really understand how any of that makes sense.
54 on 1, go ahead.
We found another cell.
What's it say? Course of conduct?
Efer. I'm sorry, what was that?
What did it say on there for what's course of conduct or code of conduct or something? I mean,
Yeah, I'm currently driving right now, man. We can talk about it later once we get to the jail, and we'll pull up the code book, and you can look at it if you want to. Okay? I'm not gonna sit there and read the code for you while I'm driving. All right? I want to get us there safely.
I'm gonna be so pissed.
Proposals on 4. You can go and close out. Call 10. Yeah, they're going to inventory your vehicle just to make sure they write down the stuff that's in there of value, and then we'll have a copy of it that will get attached to this report, and then the tow truck company will also have a report or a copy of it as well, and then a tow truck company will take your vehicle and then impound it.
My camera wasn't working, I'm pretty sure.
The yellow camera?
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine. I turned it off. So that is one of the things I'll be seizing. You also had your cell phone that I'll be seizing, and then you had another phone in your car that I'll be seizing.
What do you mean seizure?
That means I'm seizing them for evidence. If they're not of evidentiary value, then they'll be returned to you. Okay.
But if you guys think it's
Well, it'll be used for court, essentially.
From what you were saying, someone made contact with me allegedly one time when I was taking pictures.
Dead Trevor 54.
Property. And
58. Can you 10-9? You've got background. Copy. Hey, so reference your vehicle during the inventory search. Suboxone was found.
what?
Suboxone?
Yeah.
So they're gonna inventory it. They gotta grab it for safekeeping.
Yeah, those are my prescriptions all in my pill bag, bag.
So what I'm saying is that they're gonna seize that for safekeeping, okay? And so because we don't want to leave that kind of stuff in the car, right? So we're gonna,
Pill company.
yeah, I don't want. So it's gonna be secured at our police department, okay? And you're gonna get more. You're gonna get a release for that as well.
Oh man, this is like crazy. Seems like it's just getting weirder and weirder. So one thing I was gonna tell you too, which kind of doesn't really help me, but I noticed on that blinker thing, that 5 seconds actually is for highway.
Cooney County. Like I said, you've invoked your rights. So, okay, well, I can't talk to you reference to the case in which you're under arrest for. Currently, you invoked your rights. My questioning and our conversation regarding it is done. I have no further questions to ask you. I have read you the code. we can follow up with any other questions you have in court. You've invoked your rights at this point in time. I'm trying to respect that. So the conversation reference it is done.
I appreciate that. I mean, I hear that, but it feels like every time I watch a lot of YouTube videos, so that's kind of why I'm recording stuff. I'm not like something for some sure. I'm just recording stuff because a lot of stuff does happen.
That's the same case I read you earlier. What? That's the same Idaho code I read you earlier. It was just up on my screen. I can't really hear you. What?
What was it called?
Stalking in the second degree. Like I said, regarding the case, we cannot talk about it anymore. You have invoked your rights. No, you can talk to the jail about it once you get in and get all booked in and all that kind of stuff, okay?
I mean, but are they going to have them?
Yeah, they have nurses and stuff like that on staff. They'll take care of you.
They can have my bag of medication. I got blood pressure meds, all kinds of stuff in there that I need.
Okay, well, let them know what you need and they will get it for you.
Okay. I just didn't know if you guys dropped that off there or take it somewhere else.
The things that we found in the vehicle will secure our police department because they don't want... I don't work for the jail, so confirm with them, but I would imagine they don't want outside medications coming into the secure facility. So you'll probably talk to the doctors and the staff that are on scene there, and then they will follow up with the doctor or getting a hold of your doctor or what have you, so you can get the right medications.
Alright, I doubt they're gonna have my meds on stock right there, but we'll see how it is. So,
Yeah, I don't work for them.
As far as bail, do you know how that works? Like, I mean...
Yeah, I'll have to look at the bail schedule when we get inside and we get everything booked in, man.
Well, do they, I mean, like, you can bail out the same day, or they only do it certain days, or...
I'll have to look at the bail schedule when we get all in the jail.
What's the bail schedule usually?
Well, when I say bail schedule, I mean it's showing what the bail amount is. So
okay, so
I gotta look at it.
Price already, like a seatbelt ticket's this amount, or a speeding ticket's that amount.
Kinda.
Okay, that's what I was trying to ask. I know it probably sounds stupid, but
I've never called you stupid, not once.
I know, no, I'm saying it probably sounded stupid, just like you keep saying what bail schedule means, but your answer was what I was trying to figure out. Oh man. I even told my mom I was going to leave it alone with that whole trespass at the jail issue. And not go and film anywhere around there, even though I probably
Post Falls PD 1154 with one cooperative male for stalking second degree.
or even right around.
Your time in is 0516.
Thank you.
Well, don't worry, I'm not even going to go by the email. The statute don't exist. The city administrator said that it
Post Falls 1154. I'm out of ESP.
like that. I'm waiting on a call back from Eisman or something like that. I think Sergeant Eisman or Sergeant or Corporal. I can't remember. Yeah, now I'm gonna have to email or have someone email Shelly Underwood again and let her know, like, yeah, this is getting worse.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing well.
Is that his stuff?
Yep.
What's his name?
Can I snag his ID out of there though?
Hey, I'm just gonna ask you a few questions, and we'll get you out of this custody. Here, later. Here. After I'm done doing my pat search, I'm gonna send you in, and you're gonna talk to him for a little bit, okay? So if you have any questions for him, just wait. You'll have your chance.
Any copies of the return of seven last week? Okay, any exposure to somebody who COVID to know of? Like, have you been around somebody with COVID that you're aware of? In the past week?
Close to a week ago, like 5 weeks ago,
Okay, who was it?
my mom's friend.
Okay, and she has COVID?
Well, I don't know, probably not.
Okay,
No,
well, what makes you say that?
well, my mom had contact with her.
Okay, did you?
This
have
is how he
contact
rolls,
with her?
just so you know.
This is what?
Did
This is
you
how he
have
rolls,
contact
just so you know.
with her? Thank you.
All right, man. Look that way. I'm gonna get this seatbelt off you. All right, go ahead and turn your feet out of the car. Step out. There you go. All right, we're gonna walk through that door right there. There's a black pad up here. I'm gonna have to close your forehead on that.
So his last name's just.
Yeah.
Your property, any drugs or drug paraphernalia?
No.
How about any tools or weapons, needles, anything that can cut me with?
No.
On that. So,
Probable cause, so what, what's the probable cause then?
so the reference that where you're being at, the fact that you're not, that you continually drive around the residence of the person that you're having an issue with, the fact that you went from,
I'm not having an issue with anybody. I'm having an issue with the
again, court.
ticket I got over there.
Okay, again, not talking about that. That'll be in court. So, that's why.
Okay.
Okay? And then your cell phones and the camera will be seized, reference evidence.